guys know you're supposed to brush your teeth twice a day and you're supposed to floss? I went to the dentist the other day. They gave me something called a water pick. Do you guys know what that is? They told me if I don't use it, I'm going to get some sort of gum disease, and I still haven't used it. I know, it takes up so much time, flossing and brushing your teeth, and... God, fuck. You go to the dentist, and they're like, all right, here's why your teeth are all fucked up, and you have to do these things that are going to take a half hour. It's going to take a half hour in the morning and at night. And then you go, you try to pay your taxes, and they say something's wrong, that doesn't work. And then you go to the knee doctor, and your knee is fucked up. And then you get a text from someone. It's like 5 paragraphs long, and so you have to also write 5 paragraphs, or else it looks like you're snubbing them, and you're just like, fuck this. I'm going to go play Super Mario 64. All right. Let's take calls.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right. He's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not really an expert.
Call from
Baloney.
Baloney?
Hey, what's up?
Did you brush your teeth this morning?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Did you?
Why didn't you brush your teeth this morning?
I never do.
You never brush your teeth?
Hardly ever. It's been years.
Are you okay? Are they decaying?
Oh yeah, they're pretty bad.
Does that
Totally
does that
brush
bother you?
Say what?
Does that bother you?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I'll probably go get them fixed eventually, but I just haven't done it yet.
You know what I find interesting about this is that imagine 2 types of guys. There's one who who just never brushes their teeth. Hasn't brushed their teeth in years, but it's kind of like, I'll get it fixed later. Versus a person who obsessively, compulsively brushes their teeth twice a day, floss, mouthwash, the whole gambit, but does so because they're just so worried. They have so much stress about having perfect teeth. They want it so badly. They're so scared. Which person is doing better? The one that has the thing but is so worried about losing it, or the one that doesn't have it but doesn't even seem to want it?
I don't know.
Which is
That's
the
a
better
really
way
good
to live?
question. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really worry about things. I don't have a lot of stress. But, I mean, I don't really take care of myself, so I'm probably not going to live that long. So I enjoy the time that I have.
You sound amazing. How old are you now?
38.
That 38, that's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, for hardly ever brushing my teeth, yeah, not too bad.
All right, we were talking about this earlier. You know, I was trying to meet someone who lived pretty long, but without having good dental hygiene. You lived pretty long. You have no stress. You have nothing stresses you out.
Well, I mean, I have stress. I mean, like I have, work issues and things, relationship issues, things that everybody has, but I just try not to let it bother me.
Have you ever been in love?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm married, so I mean, I should probably say yeah. But I mean,
are you not sure whether or not you love your wife?
I mean, what is love really?
I think that's up for each individual to decide on their own.
Yeah.
What do you think the answer to that question is?
Have I ever been in love? What I think the answer is? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
the
really know
answer
what
is
love
to what is love?
What is love? What is love?
Is this something you've thought about that much, even?
A little bit, not a whole lot. Chocolate's pretty close, I think. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you think your wife loves you?
Not really. Nah. I mean, she tolerates me. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship, I guess. But does she love me? Like, maybe. I don't know.
Why do you think she doesn't love you?
She's just kind of mean.
She's mean to you?
Well, she's mean to everybody, not just me. She's just kind of a mean person.
Can I get like a concrete example of your wife being mean? Like a situation of some kind in which she was mean? Even if it's a small one.
It's little things like she'll move my stuff. Like I'll have something in a certain place, and maybe she doesn't like it there, so she'll put it somewhere else. Then I got to go find it. Little things like that.
And she does so intentionally, just to make your life harder?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't want anything on the counter. Maybe she's like compulsive about that. But it's annoying,
That doesn't sound so much mean as it does like she's trying to clean the common spaces of your house.
Well, okay, let's talk about like your bathroom, for instance. Like, do you have a perfectly empty counter next to your sink, except for like maybe a soap bottle and your toothbrush?
No. Well, that's just, it seems like part of the difficulties of having a shared space with someone. Unless so like a marital thing.
Well, the thing is, this is kind of like, not necessarily my own private bathroom, but it's like the bathroom attached to my office and nobody else really uses it. So it's kind of like my personal space, not really so much hers.
Do you have a kid?
At least that's the way I feel. Oh yeah, I've had several kids.
How many kids?
4. Yeah.
Why did you have to think about how many kids you have? Are you having trouble keeping track?
Well, it depends. Like, not all of them are mine biologically, but there are 4 people I would consider my children.
Okay, that's what matters. Do you love them?
I do love my kids, yeah. I think, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I wasn't really thinking about them when you asked the question earlier. Maybe that's a different kind of love that I wasn't really associating with,
no,
the love. Yeah.
I actually totally think that's a different kind of love. Like, when I think about, well, I've thought about this personally in a long time. I'm like, I could see myself, like, if I had a child, I could see myself really loving a child. I could understand that kind of love. But romantic love is a bit trickier. It feels like it's a whole other category.
It's there's other things to consider. There's sexual relationships. Do you really love them, or do you just want to have sex with them? Like,
Absolutely.
That can be hard to figure out. But with kids, like for me at least, like the moment they're born, like I wasn't sure. Like before my kids were born, and this was the same like for each kid. Most especially the first one. But before they're born, like I don't know this person. They're not born yet. So am I going to love them when they come out? And I didn't know the answer to that until the first one came out. I'm like, this is a new person. I love this person. Like I'll do anything for this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that way about all my kids. I think I would do anything for them. Maybe that's what love is, being in that position where you would do anything, including giving your life for them.
Mm-hmm.
Did I answer your question? I forget things sometimes and I'll go off on tangents.
Yeah. It is interesting. I don't have a wife or have kids, but I can imagine that those are 2 very different kinds of love.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely is.
Why do you stay with your wife if you don't love her and if she's mean to you?
Because my teeth are fucked up and no one else will be with me.
Does that bother you?
No, not really. Because I'm kind of like, I don't really care about relationship anymore. I still would like to have a active sexual relationship, and we do. I do have that with my wife. It's not all the time, but it is there. So I'm not really interested in getting in with anybody else. I wouldn't really cheat on my wife even if I could, but it's more convenience, I guess. We've been married. We haven't really been married that long, but we've been together a very long time, and we have 4 kids together. So I don't really want to put them through some of the same situations that I went through when I was a kid with a single mom and all that. So random dudes coming in and out of the house. I don't want to put them in that situation. So at least trying to keep things stable and together as long as they're still with us.
Yeah, you don't seem like a guy who doesn't care about anything. You seem like you care a lot about your kids, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I do care about my kids. Maybe I don't really care about myself as much as I should, but I do care about my kids.
Do you feel like you should care more about yourself?
Probably, yeah, for their sake. But I mean, I think it's. I know you're not a real therapist. I know you're not qualified to give any advice. I'm not looking for that, but I think it probably is. Mental health issues, things like that. I probably should go see a real therapist, but again, like, depression and anxiety and things like that make it difficult to even go out and seek that kind of help you need sometimes.
I've heard that having kids helps with that a little bit. At least in like giving you something outside of yourself to care about. So like if you don't care about yourself, at least you care about something. You have some purpose.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like, I feel like I don't necessarily want to be defined by that either. Like, I would rather
Understandable.
Be more than, I mean, I try to be a good dad, but that's like not all that I am. That's not the only thing I want to be remembered for. But then, like, at the same time, like, do I even want to be remembered? I don't know.
Do you have ideas of things that you would want to be, you say you don't want to define yourself just by your kids. Do you have other things that you would like to be defined by?
I don't know. See, there's kind of like a lot of things I'm into. I never found like one specific thing that I really liked, I guess I never really figured out who I wanted to be. Like I see you, like you therapy gecko. You can go on the internet and talk to people dressed up in a gecko suit. That's really awesome. I love that. I think that's cool that you found something that you can be. Maybe you don't want to be remembered that forever. Maybe you would rather be preferred as Lyle. I don't know. But I have no idea. Like, there's so many options, and I couldn't even pick one, or even if I did, I don't know if I'd have the courage to actually like follow through and do it.
Yeah, dude, I mean, if you're bringing me into it a little bit, I think I'd like to be, doing more than just being a gecko. I like being a gecko. Maybe it's in a similar way of like, you want to be more than just your kids, but you of course love your kids.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could probably consider like therapy gecko, like that's your baby, right? Do you love therapy gecko?
I actually think of therapy gecko like he's my boyfriend.
That's good. You didn't answer the question, or do you love therapy gecko?
Like as a child?
In any way? I don't know, whatever love means to you. How do you feel about therapy gecko?
Oh man, I don't know if. Well, I also I don't really have a similar. I don't really have a definition of love either. I don't know if I believe in love. Well, like I was saying, like romantic love. I don't know, but I could love a child. I think not. I could love my child.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something you just don't really know until you experience it yourself, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I mean, I know you have, I said baloney. I just really wanted to hear you say that because everybody was going in the Reddit chat talking about baloney and how you don't talk about baloney, so I just had to give that to them.
What were you going to say before I asked you what your name was?
What was I going to say? I think I know you have a sister, and you've brought her on there before, and you love your sister.
Yeah, of course I love my sister.
So, like, you feel...
But I mean, I think that's a different love, too. Like, I don't think I love my sister in the same way that I would love someone romantically or that I would love my kid. It's like a familial
totally
love.
Separate thing.
I probably love my sister in a similar-ish way that I love my parents. Familial love.
Yeah, it's a separate thing from romantic or child, really.
What did you say your name was?
Baloney.
Thank you for sharing with us this evening, Baloney.
Yeah, no problem, Jack. I'll talk to you again later.
It's a pleasure talking to you.
Yep.
Call from Katie.
Katie.
Hey, what's up?
Katie, what year were you born?
97.
97. That was a good year.
Were you alive for that?
What do you do for a living?
Right now, I stay at home and I'm a dog mom.
You're a dog mom.
Yeah.
How old's the dog?
And I think he's 2. We just rescued him from a rescue.
Mm. There's a lot of purpose that one receives when they're taking care of something. When something is requires them to get out of bed in the morning in order for them not to die.
Yeah, exactly. You hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah.
I have a question for you since you are a therapy gecko.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. It's a big one. So I kind of lost a lot of respect from my friends and family recently. And I told a story that I thought was going to go over really well. I thought it was going to be hilarious from my childhood. And I think they were just disgusted and horrified instead. And I can tell that I've definitely lost their respect. So I'm not sure if there's a way to regain it.
Why is your family's respect important to you?
Because I love them. I want them to respect me.
You can love someone without requiring their approval in order for you to live your life.
Fair. To be fair, the story I told was pretty gross, so I could understand why they lost respect for me. I just want to know how to get it back.
I think you should reevaluate why it's important to you, because I don't think you fully understand. It doesn't appear to me that you have a good reason for wanting your family's respect.
Well, I guess that's fair, but I have friends that I kind of chose for myself and my partner, so I'm kind of worried.
Well, because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You know, I think it's more important for you to be able to speak open and honestly about the experiences of your life than it is for you to have the approval of the people around you. But, you know, that's a choice, right? That's not a choice for me to make for you. That's a choice for you to make for yourself. What's more important is you being able to live freely or you having positive approval of your family.
Can I tell you the story so you can analyze whether you think that it was an appropriate response from them? It's really short.
Can I? And by the way, did you just call in to tell the story?
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, I did just recently tell this story in front of my friends and family and lost respect, so...
Look, there's nothing wrong with that.
I guess.
Because it seemed like you want to tell the story. What's the story?
Well, the story I hadn't told anyone before, so that's kind of why I wanted to call in and get your opinion.
You told your family?
Yeah, I told them. Well, my parents knew this, but my new family, my partner, didn't know.
So you
I
hadn't
never
told them before?
No, I hadn't told anybody before. When I was a little kid, I wasn't allowed to
I'm trying to see how long I can keep this conversation going before you tell the story, and I think
it's going to happen.
I think we're going to hear this. I think we'll hear the story right when I stop talking just now.
Yes, it's going to happen as soon as you stop talking.
I thought just now about hanging up because that would be really funny for me, but I think that'd be disappointing.
It's going to hurt my feelings. Fuck. All right. Well, let me just tell you.
Wait, hold on. Why would it hurt your feelings if I hung up on you?
Because I've been calling you, trying to reach you and to tell you my story and get your opinion on it.
I think that what did you say your name was?
Katie.
Katie, you gotta stop valuing the approval of, your parents, of me, of your friends.
I so deeply crave that. Honestly, it's a deep craving of mine. But I also kind of undermine that by telling people really gross stories from my childhood, apparently.
You gotta free yourself, Katie.
Yeah, I do. Well, anyway, I wasn't allowed to have sugar as a kid or gum, anything like that. So I was very repressed. And every time we went to a public restaurant, I did this little game where I like to crawl under the table, and my parents would always get a kick out of it, thinking I was just playing down there. But what I was actually doing was finding the softest, most recently chewed pieces of gum and popping them in my mouth.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, it was
You
like
ate
different
gum from
colors.
underneath the table when you were a child?
Yes, and I would do it like every restaurant we went to. I'd like make it my goal to find like lime green gum or blue gum and just find all my faves. And the older they were, the worse they were. So I was always going for like the freshest pieces that people had just stuck under there.
And in your experience, which flavor was the most delicious? What
Oh,
color?
definitely minty ones. They seem to hold more of their mintiness than like the fruity gum.
You should reevaluate your relationship with your parents and why you require their approval. And then also why they would disapprove of you over something so silly, Caitlin. Is your name Caitlin?
That's
I'm going to call you Caitlin.
Yeah, it is Caitlin, actually. That was intuitive.
That works out well. Thank you so much for calling, Caitlin. You have a great rest of the night.
You too, Gecko. Bye-bye.
Call from
Kathy?
Kathy!
Hi.
We'll wait.
What's up?
What are you doing right now?
I'm laying in bed. So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think there are people predicting the long game of our society?
Yes.
Who do you think they are?
Engineers. Leaders in tech and business.
And how far out do you think they're planning?
Probably at least 50 years.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
Do you fancy yourself a futurologist?
Not really. I was reading a book about Homo sapiens, and I just started thinking about that.
You know what I did a long time ago? I haven't done this in a while. But there's this weird feeling like go on Wikipedia and then you can find like there's Wikipedia articles for years. Like you could like there's a Wikipedia article for like the year 2100.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, the year 2200, the year like all these years in the future, and you can read about what'll happen in those years, like what people predict will have happened.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, it's spooky to read about because you're like, the U.S. will be X amount of carbon emissions by this time, but I'll be dead. It's weird to read about all these things that will happen when you're dead.
And statistically, you know, some of them are gonna happen. Like statistically, you know.
No, like there's like God, I can't think of any good examples. But if you go on Wikipedia and you look at like the year 21300, it'll say something like, I mean, it's everything from like the Happy Birthday song will be in the public domain to like, you know, I think the Happy Birthday song is in the public domain, but it'll just tell you about little things that are going to happen in the future. And then you think about like, damn, I won't be alive when that happens. Like it'll probably talk about like, you know, commercial space travel,
Wow.
humans colonizing planets, just interesting things that, you know, will be long dead.
It's wild. I love it though.
But we're live right now, isn't it cool? What is red? Sorry, hold on.
Red?
Forget I said any of the things I just said. But hold on. I'm going to redo that transition. But we're alive right now. What color is red?
Red. I'm sorry. I was listening to this earlier today. Red is the blood of angry men. Les Mis is on my brain.
Is that from Les Mis?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Les Mis. I've actually never seen a movie longer than 2 hours.
I haven't seen the movie. I've just seen the musical.
What did you say your name was?
Kathy?
My stepmom's name is Kathy.
Cool.
Her and my dad met. I think my parents got divorced in 2005. And they met when they were like in their... They reached in their late 40s. They met on J-Date. Kathy's not Jewish. My dad is. But Kathy, she likes Jewish guys, so she went on J-Date. Because you don't actually have to be Jewish to join J-Date. Do you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't know
She has
that.
to be Jewish, but she wanted to date a Jewish guy. I don't know why. That was like her date. And so she met my dad on J-Date. And they were in their late 40s. I mean, people are out here like, oh no, I'm 29, I'm not married yet. I'm like, they met in their late 40s. That's incredible.
Yeah. I feel like
It's time
that
for
age
love.
group has more success online.
Thank you so much for sharing, Kathy. You have a wonderful rest of the night.
You too. Thank you.
Call from
Dan.
Dan! All right, Dan.
Hi.
We had a woman call in. Her name was
Yeah.
Kathy. And I
Hello?
said Kathy was the name of my stepmother, the woman married to my father. And
Okay.
Dan, would you know this? My mother, a while after the divorce, soon after the divorce, remarried as well. Do you know the name of the man that she remarried? His first name?
What was the name of the man
was Dan.
she remarried? Oh my God. Hey, stepson. Hello? I have really spotty internet, so if you're just not talking right now, I'm going to assume I was disconnected.
Why would you assume that? Why wouldn't you assume that? Why does in all the conversations you have, are people just constantly talking all the time?
No, I actually really enjoy just like long moments of silence in my conversations, but I am a little nervous talking to the Gek for the first time. I was literally about to hop in the shower and you picked up, so hi. I'm not naked.
Are you dirty though?
I'm filthy. I'm a disgusting little boy that needs to shower off his sins for the day.
What are you filthy with?
Just
covered
a
in?
little sweat. Sweat and COVID germs probably. I was out and about in the world today. So yeah.
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 Let me ask you, what activities did you partake in that led to a breaking of sweat?
Oh, absolutely nothing. Oh, I guess this is anonymous, so I could just like say whatever I want, except that I gave up my name. Oh well. I threw up in my car today, so I just got extremely car sick, and so that was not fun. That was my day.
All right, so you threw up in your car, and I'm less interested in that as I am in why you commented on the fact that this is anonymous and that no one will know who you are, and that you threw up in your car. Why so concerned with people knowing that you threw up in your car?
Lyle, I'm a people pleaser. This is a long-standing issue that I have.
You're a people pleaser. Why would someone be why would someone be unpleased? All right, look, if you're a people pleaser, if there was someone in the passenger seat and you threw up on their lap, I could understand why that person would be unpleased, but I don't see why a person would be displeased with you just as a person by the fact that you threw up in your car.
This literally happened 2 years ago, or last year, right before the pandemic started. I was like at a club with my friends for New Year's, and I was DD, and of course, I was like about to head out, and then my friends who were pretty sober were like, "Hey, we're gonna leave. You handle our extremely drunk friends," which I thought was kind of shitty, but I did, and I helped escort them out to my car, and I thought somebody was going to fight me, and there was a fight like right outside of my car. Anyways, we get everybody. We're going home. Friend throws up in my back seat. No big deal. I try not to make a big deal out of it because I'm nice. And it wasn't a big deal because I
Kyle,
got it
listen,
fixed.
this isn't about your friend, Kyle. This is about you.
Yes, that's true. My friend threw up in my car.
Were you displeased with them?
I was a little annoyed at the situation, but I can't be upset at a sick person, you know? That's just not cool.
So why would you expect the world to give you a different level of understanding than you give to the world?
I think I'm in denial because I found a Quiznos subs in my neighborhood, and I thought they had completely shut down. So I went and I tried them out, and I don't want to blame Quiznos on me throwing up today because it's much better than Subway, but I think it was Quiznos.
Connor, you're all over the place right now. You're talking about Quiznos, you're talking about a party, you're talking about Super Mario 64 DS, which is a port of Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo DS where you can play as Yoshi and Wario and Luigi as well. You're all over the place.
Is that an actual port?
What color is red?
Red is anatomical. Red is blood and like squelching guts and all that fun stuff.
Did you look at the throw up after you did it? Did you see what was in there?
Yeah, no, it wasn't red.
It wasn't red.
I found a plastic bag. It was all good.
Connor, I want you to get comfortable with the idea of perhaps declaring to the world with pride that you threw up in your car this morning.
Can I do that on stream?
Your life would be. Can you do that on stream? Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I threw up in my car today, and I don't feel as bad about it anymore.
Good. You shouldn't. Look, I don't see why anyone would be. Again, your car, your puke, your personal space. If you told me you threw up on your friend and you are feel bad about that because you feel like you displeased them, but that would be one thing. But it makes sense that you feel like people would be displeased at the fact that you threw up in your own car. Think about it this way. Look.
Can I tell you a story about me throwing up on a person? If that's okay for the stream?
Listen, Connor. Did you say your name's Connor, right?
No,
Have
it's
I just
Daniel.
been calling you Connor?
Only twice.
Dan. Oh shit, it's Dan. I went on a whole thing at the beginning of this call about how you whatever with your name, and then I forgot what your name is. Dan. Listen, Dan. People are gonna like you more knowing that you're a human being, that you're vulnerable, that you have moments of weakness. You know what I'm saying? You think that people will be, judge you or not want to be friends with you because of your weakness. And, maybe they won't. But Connor, look, you can't be... You gotta be vulnerable sometimes. People actually find vulnerability attractive. As long as you don't let it bother you. If you have weaknesses and you're constantly complaining about them, you're constantly getting down on yourself about them, yeah, people, I think it'll drive people away. But if you have weaknesses that you openly declare, but they don't appear to bother you, and you let everyone know that they don't bother you, people find that very attractive. Connor.
Do you have any weaknesses, Gek?
The fact that you can buy vanilla Tootsie Rolls on bulk on Amazon.
It's dangerous.
Thank you so much for sharing, Connor. You have a wonderful rest of the night.
You as well. Good night.
Call from
Steven.
Steven!
Hello, hold on. He put me on the phone because he was in the back. Let me just knock on the...
Is he pooping? If he's pooping, you can leave him alone, dude. What's happening?
Hello.
Is this Steven? Who answered the phone for you?
That's my mom.
Oh. How is she doing?
Oh, she's doing pretty good, man. How are you doing? I'm more interested in you, man.
Wait, why did your mom answer the phone for you?
Oh, 'cause I was waiting, man.
That was nice of her. What? I'm still. I need you to explain, like, what happened exactly. Like, you called and then I answered and then she, what logistically took place just now?
I was taking a dump, and she was calling. And I was just like waiting for that knock, and then I heard that bang, 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 and I was running.
So you said to her, Mom, there's a Gecko guy on the computer. Could you sit here and call him while I take a dump?
Yeah, pretty much.
It was really nice of her to do that.
No, for real. What a lovely lady.
Can I talk to her?
Yeah, for sure. Yo, Ma. Yo, Ma. Yo, she's gone. I don't know where she went.
Wait, she left?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know
Where do you think
I don't
she
know where
went?
she went. I don't know. Maybe she's taking a deuce.
Check upstairs, maybe?
I am upstairs.
Check downstairs?
Oh, man, I would, but then I'd have to leave the mic.
You have to leave what?
The mic.
What do you mean Are you not on you're on a phone?
Nah. You don't gotta call through a phone. You can call through the internet.
Oh. So
Yeah.
your mom was sitting at your desktop calling me.
Yeah.
That's nice of her. Did you, was she, when you asked your mom to sit and call me for you, was she doing something else that you had to interrupt her doing?
Making
For her
me
to come
dinner.
and do this?
Making me dinner, that's about it.
What did she make for dinner?
Burritos.
That's cool.
That onions and salsa is actually really
I want to
fire.
meet her. Where is she? She couldn't have just she didn't just disappear.
My mom just came back, actually. Here she is. I forgot you.
Hello?
Hi, Mom. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
So you can I? What your son's name is Steven, right?
Yeah.
So you were calling me on behalf of him.
Well, he was calling you. He handed me the phone.
He was calling. Okay, so he dialed the number, handed you the phone, and then went to take a dump.
Yeah, I guess he's been calling all night or something. He said if he answers, just yell at him.
Okay. What do you think of all this? What do you think about the situation that you've been put into?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what this is. I just know he's been trying to get in contact with you.
That's fine. I don't know exactly what this is either. What's your relationship like with your son?
Healthy.
Healthy?
We're very close. Yeah.
I can tell. Why do you guys think you have such a good relationship? What do you think the key is to that?
Trust and communication. You know, he tells me things, he doesn't get in trouble for it, you know.
How old is he?
He just turned 19.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually just got a second job. I'm very proud of him.
Oh, I'm proud of him too. Where did he get the second job at?
He's doing concrete.
Nice. What do you do?
I work at a bank.
Has the bank ever gotten robbed?
No. I work in corporate.
And someone says to you, "Put the money in the bag," and you're like, "All right, just don't hurt me. I'll put the money in the bag."
Luckily, never had that problem. I work in the call center, so.
That's good. That sounds like that would be a really scary situation. I'm glad you never had to deal with that.
Yeah, me too. I'm very blessed.
God, there's so many. Have you and Steven always been very close?
You know, he did have a troubled time in his life, so every boy goes through like the middle school phase where they hate their parents. So after that, I think is when we really decided to get closer.
So you think he made sort of a one? Where do you think your relationship started to really take off? Right after middle school, you say?
Not right after middle school. I think sometime in high school, probably right after he got his DUI.
He got a DUI, you say?
Yeah.
Why do you think him getting a DUI made you guys closer somehow?
Yeah. Just because, we had to pay for it.
Okay, so you paid for his DUI?
Yeah, the lawyers and everything.
Were you upset with him?
Absolutely. course.
How did you react when you found out that he got a DUI?
Very heartbroken. Also very tired. Like it was probably 2, 3 in the morning.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old was he at the time?
18.
18. Did you like talk to him? Did you punish him? Could you have punished him at that? Like what did you take any action against him in any way?
I mean, it was like the court system kind of punished him. It was like he had to go to AA and that type of thing. So it was more like embarrassment on that end.
Did you go with him to AA?
No.
But why do you think that made you guys closer? Was it like helping him through that process?
Yeah.
Formed a stronger bond?
Yeah. Who is this? Who am I talking to, by the way?
This is interesting because you've told me a lot, but you don't even know what this is. Are you a very like generally trusting person?
Well, yeah, this is like everyone. We live in a small town. Everyone knows this.
That's cool. A small town, like one of those kinds of places where no one even locks their door.
Yeah. Our Amazon packages stay on the porch for like a week at a time before we bring it inside. Like,
that actually sounds quite lovely.
It is.
Now, how often do you leave your small town?
Not very often. Especially with the Rona.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm wondering, like, do you feel like you'd get taken advantage of if you employed your trusting practices in places outside of your small community?
Probably. That's the reason why I don't leave very often. Like, well, it's just small town businesses that we usually go to, and that type of thing. You know, we're very local centered.
Mm-hmm. Do you like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I love going to my restaurant and knowing Steve, the owner of the bar, and that type of thing.
Any interest ever? Does your son have any interest in moving outside of the small town? Or do you think he'll stay there?
I know he does, but I'm really trying to keep him close to home, you know.
Why are you trying to keep him close to home?
I don't want my baby to go.
But he, you know, don't you feel like he's got to live, you know, his life outside you know, on his own terms in a sense?
Yeah, someone's got to take care of me like I took care of him, though.
Are you married?
I am.
What about your husband? Can't you guys take care of each other?
Yeah, he's old, though. He's got some health issues. I don't think he's gonna be around for as long as I am, to be honest. Well, I do have some. Sorry?
You have what? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I got some brownies in the oven. I need to check on.
Oh, well, I'll let you do that.
And yeah, I will. I don't know where my son went. I think his friend just pulled up outside.
You can tell him. You don't have to tell him anything. He knows.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever caught your name.
My name is Lyle, and I'm a gecko too. But that, I guess that doesn't matter. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. You have a good rest of the night.
You too.
Call from
Francis.
Francis.
Francis, that's me.
That is you.
What's going on, Gag?
Do you have a good handle on who you are?
You know what, man? That's a really excellent question. I answer this as I'm walking into the closet of my room because I don't want my roommates to hear what I'm saying.
Why don't you think you want your roommates to hear what you're saying? Do you think that you're going to say something that is... Well, okay, you're talking on a stream right now. You're aware of that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so there's, I'm not going to put a concrete number on it, but there's people watching this.
Yeah, well, a couple hundred, I think, right? At
least. You don't care what if they hear what you have to say, but you care what your roommates.
You know what? I guess not. That's an excellent point.
What is it that you have to say that's so secretive?
Well, I feel like I've thought a lot about what I would say if I got here. But at this point, I'm just nervous. It's a big platform, isn't it?
What is it that you would say? These thoughts.
Well, I know you always ask a question, but I guess I had a question for you. And that would be, I just recently moved to a new town for grad school. And with COVID and everything going on, it's been a little hard to meet some of the people in my class and things like that. So I don't know if
absolutely.
If you've got any experience, just like figuring out how to meet people in that sort of same situation.
I used to be able to give what I thought was very good advice on how to make friends in college, but
of course,
the thing is in a COVID world, I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
In a non-COVID world, what I would have said is to find a community and then figure out a way to add value to that community. So, right. Let's say you go to the Frisbee team, right? You go on meetup.com or you go to your school's whatever Facebook page and you join the Frisbee team. And the first day you show up to the Frisbee team, no one's going to give a fuck who you are because they've all been in the Frisbee team for, their whole time they've been at school. So they're all friends with each other. But then what if you go in and you're like, hey, I'll host the Frisbee team barbecue summer thing at my apartment. And everyone's like, all right, you find little ways to add value to this community. And, look, if there's a community, even better thing that you can do is if, you have certain interests, you create that community for yourself. You create the meetup or you create the club based on your interests. Because then you're already in. You're the creator. You are the ultimate source of value. But in a COVID world, it's hard to do these things, I believe, because everyone's distanced. So in the meantime, what did you say?
In the meantime,
was Nathan?
Francis.
In the meantime, Francis.
Yeah, you're killing it.
You ever just been alone?
Oh man, I mean, of course, yeah. Especially now, I think.
You ever just lean into it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I think too much sometimes as well. I think nowadays, there can't be a single person who hasn't experienced some sort of loneliness at this point.
No, but I mean, I don't mean being lonely. Yeah. I mean cultivating it as a skill. Lots of people don't know how to be alone, Francis.
Yeah. Well,
They're
okay. I will
looking for other people to fill the void when everything they need is right within them, Francis.
I mean, if this is what you mean, I've certainly come to enjoy some of my alone time and use that to be productive and use that to figure things out about myself. But I think there comes a point where you just definitely need some of that social interaction. I've left a lot of people behind once I left undergrad, and
it's called minimalism, Francis.
Minimalism.
Yeah, you leave people behind. You live a more remote life. You only have who you need. And at the end of the day, all you need is yourself, Francis. Francis, what the hell was I going to say to you? I was going to say one thing. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, of course.
My brain is off. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
You're doing great. I can pick it up if you need me to.
I'm an insane green person on the computer. Don't take advice from me. I'm not a real.
Green's an excellent color. Don't worry about it.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Hold on.
Yeah, of course.
Hold on.
I'm shaking with excitement.
Don't shake. Or do whatever you want.
Shit. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
Of course.
It's all right. This is fine. We're having a moment together. Hold on.
It's been a moment the whole time.
We live in a noisy world, Francis. Input from the internet, input from your family, input from your friends. Francis, who truly are you when there is no one else around?
Okay.
Find the answer to that question, and by the time you do, the world will be open again, and you can start the Frisbee Club.
Oh, shit. Okay, who truly am I? That's the question.
Yes, that's your homework. I love you, Francis, and one day I believe that our souls will be bounded together forever in the kingdom of heaven. I'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, sounds excellent. Love you, Gecko.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Maddie.
Maddie?
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, just vibing.
What do you smell like, Maddie?
Probably like a mixture of vanilla, coconut, and honey.
Vanilla, coconut, and honey?
Yeah.
Is that like, did you use a vanilla, coconut, and honey shampoo of some kind, or did you combine those elements on your own?
No, I make it myself. No, like vanilla deodorant, honey shampoo, and coconut body wash.
Wow. Is grooming and taking care of your body and the way it smells important to you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to smell bad. What about you?
Why don't you want to smell bad? Are you nervous to smell bad? Is there a person that you want to smell good for?
Kind of, I suppose.
Who are they?
A guy. I'm not gonna say his name. Not gonna put the boy on blast.
Can you give me a name that substitutes for his real name?
Well, he kind of looks like Post Malone, so let's call him Posty.
Posty.
Yeah.
How do you know Posty?
We met on Tinder.
Hmm. And how long have you guys known each other? Have you met up in person yet?
Yeah, we hang out like once a week.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you guys hung out?
Oh, God. A lot. Because, like, we've been hanging out since December. And there's surprisingly some cool people out there on Tinder.
Is it getting serious? Are there labels attached to it?
Nah, we're just friends. But I do quite have feelings for him.
But you don't think he has feelings for you?
No, but that's okay. He's a good friend.
Do you still have hope that eventually he'll turn into something more?
Oh, of course, but I value our friendship, so, like, it doesn't really matter, you know? Good friends are hard to come by these days.
Are you looking at, have you been meeting up with anyone else on Tinder?
No, he was actually the first person I ever met online.
Was that nerve-wracking for you?
Oh, God, yeah.
But it worked out.
Yeah, surprisingly. I had my pepper spray and everything, just in case he turned out to be a weirdo. I mean, he is a weirdo, but a good weirdo.
Sounds like you're enjoying this companionship.
Yeah. I mean, it was great getting to talk to you. From watching your streams for a little while, I did not expect to actually get through.
I didn't expect you to get through either, but here we are.
Yeah. Such is life.
You have a good rest of the night.
You too, man.
Call from
Maxwell.
Maxwell!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Here, let me get my stream off.
Yeah.
All right, I can hear you now.
You can?
I can.
What do I sound like?
You sound beautiful, Gecko. Mr. Gecko.
Thank you. Thank you. Very much. It's really
I'm just grateful to be here.
I'm really grateful to be in your presence because you know what the alternative is to being here?
What's that?
Being dead. And I'm not going to say that being dead is bad because I've never been it before, so I don't like to judge things that I have not personally experienced. But you know, I guess I'll just
Mr. Gecko. Mr.
Yes.
Gecko, how do you know you haven't been dead before?
I suppose I don't.
If we buy into Buddhism, then you've been reincarnated. Perhaps as an even smaller gecko in the past.
Okay, so in the Buddhism religion, which you seem to know a lot about, can I choose what I am reincarnated as, or is it completely random? Because I have something in mind I'd like to be reincarnated as.
Mr. Gecko, I'll be honest, I'm not a Buddhist. I think I only know the most basic, possibly stereotypes of Buddhism, but I don't think you get to choose. But maybe your spirit chooses for you in the sense that your spirit knows what you are deep inside, and you reincarnate as that.
Maxwell, I believe, truly, with zero hesitation, that for as long as my soul circles in the universe, before it leaves and moves on, I would like, at one point, to take the form of a small handful of ants.
A group of ants?
A group of ants, yes.
So would it be a shared consciousness?
Yes, it would be a shared consciousness across 4 or 5 different ants.
I see. A family
of ants? Around that way. I could experience more if I have more. But I guess it's a catch-22 because you can experience more because there's 5 of you, but the world is also comparatively bigger because you're the size of an ant.
That's correct. But you could get into smaller places.
What color is red?
Red is the color of red is the color of life, Mr. Gecko. It's the color of the blood in your body. And
do you truly believe that, or is that just the first thing that came to your mind when you were asked the question?
No, I truly believe that. It is the color. It is life. It is the color of my iPhone. It is the color of my blood.
I like that answer. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Mr. Gecko.
You have a good rest of the night.
You have a fantastic night.
Call from
Corstel.
Christelle? Corstel?
Yeah.
Ow, my lip. I have this problem. My lips are very dry, and so if I spread them out too much, they the split my lips split in half and they start to bleed.
Oh, I hate that.
Does that happen to you too?
I mean, I live in Massachusetts and winter here is serious, so yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. What did you say your name was?
Well, I said
forget.
Corsell. I mean, that's not my name. That's my partner's. My partner was Italian, and his aunt had never seen my name written down, and she'd only heard it. And one time she texted him and was like, "How is Corsell?" And we all laughed about it.
Are you still with your partner?
No, he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
What are you doing right now?
Winding down, just hanging out.
How do you wind down / hang out?
Well, tonight, watching your stream. But yeah.
That's how I like to wind down, too.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not. Actually, it's not a winding down experience. People think I get high when I do this, and I don't. But to wind down afterwards, I'll get high. But if I were to get high during this, it mixes up my wind down time and my let's be on, let's get into it, let's be present in the moment time, and it's not a good mix. You know, it's good to keep those two liquids separate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not stoned tonight because I'm out of weed.
You're out of weed.
I know, it's terrible.
How often do you smoke weed, typically?
3 times a week.
3 times a
Depending
week?
on like, how I'm doing. Like, if I'm like really going through it, sometimes I'll smoke every day, but try not to.
What color is red?
Well, I have the master's degree in physics, and so I will tell you that what we define as red is the lowest frequency visible light that we can see. That's like people. But like, where do we cut off red from orange is like totally arbitrary.
Red is the lowest color frequency we can see? What is it? Would you say lowest frequency of light?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, this whole time, no one's called in with with such a objective scientific answer.
So like that's what like when you hear like infrared, that's like the frequency of light that's just below red that we can't see. Yeah.
Infrared.
Yeah. And then like below that is like radio waves and like microwaves are in there.
Oh, you know what? I learned about this in high school, had no fucking idea what was going on, cheated off the person next to me. Great decision on my behalf.
Yeah, I think so.
Cheat in high school. I endorse cheating in high school. Fully.
Yeah, go for it. Reach for the stars.
Did you cheat in high school?
Not in high school.
In college you cheated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are you now? What do you do for a living?
Well, so I got my master's degree last May en route to my PhD, and then I got super burned out and quit because a whole bunch of things. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds way too difficult. I would have quit before I started doing that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do next.
What are we thinking here? What are the options? What's on the table?
Well, I don't know. I was like really excited about doing like experimental physics and like being in the lab, and then just like was not getting that in my grad program and was feeling like totally disenchanted, I think is the word for that. And then just had this idea like last week. There's like this small startup in like Texas, and they're like building systems to help microbreweries capture carbon dioxide from their fermentation process and like bottle it so they can reuse the carbon dioxide to pressurize their kegs.
Interesting. Is that like is that an environmentally good thing? Like, what is the benefit of that?
Well, so it's twofold, right? You're not
Can we
just
get high with this?
Well, okay, the reason that I was thinking about this is because the best way to extract like resin from weed is with a supercritical carbon dioxide. And I was like, how does one acquire carbon? Like, how is carbon dioxide just like produced? And either mined, like it comes out of mines, or you produce it when you're fermenting alcohol. That's like what the bubbles in beer are, is carbon dioxide.
I am so glad that, like, there are people out there in the world that chose to go into scientific fields and medical fields and things of that nature so that I don't have to, because I just have no idea what any of these words mean. But I do care on a general sense about the world being able to progress forward through the means of science and technology.
Yeah.
And so I'm invested in that progress, but I don't want to personally contribute to it anyway. So I'm happy that people like you are going to school for science things.
Yeah. I don't know. Academia is a white supremacist scam. It's a hobby for rich people, so.
I know college is it is. I agree with those things. College, it's too expensive.
I mean, like, we should figure out how to educate people without, like, putting them in a system designed for, like, rich British men who, like, didn't know what to do with themselves because they had too much money.
One day you'll be able to learn how to do surgery on YouTube. If you cannot already, I have to look into that. I bet you could.
You know, I did find there are, like, surgeons who, like, show you how to do, like, sutures on YouTube. Like, if you are, like, in an emergency, like, situation, you might want to know how to sew yourself closed.
That'd be a helpful thing to know. I might look that up.
Is that, I mean, I don't think I could do it. It sounds terrifying.
What if you had to?
I don't know.
Well, I hope you never have to find out. I hope that you're never in a situation in which you have to suture. I don't know what the word is, but I'm going to try it. Suture yourself.
Yeah.
What do you say your name was?
My name is actually Kirsten.
Kirsten, it's been an honor talking with you this evening.
It's nice to talk to you too.
You have a good rest of the night.
You too.
Call from
Abbas.
Abba? Hello?
What's up? How's it going?
What did you say your name was? Abbas?
Abbas, that's right.
How are you, Abbas?
Yeah, you know, not too bad. Not too bad. Jazzed to be sharing this moment with you, Rob.
God, I'm jazzed to be sharing this one with you, too. Isn't it crazy that our paths have crossed?
You know, it's wild. It's wild. I mean, even if you zoom out just a little bit, right? You know, just a little bit on space and time, and you kind of like see the Earth. It's like us right now sharing this moment, and chat too. It's wild. Yeah,
it's wild. Look, it's like, you know, it's good to think about that every once in a while. I think if you think about it too much, people will think you're some kind of, not that it matters what people think, but, you know, intensity, right? Like, think about these things. Intensity.
Yeah.
It's like how ripped would one get at the gym if they were lifting weights literally 24/7? Probably not that ripped. But, you know, you gotta carve out the day. You gotta carve out some time in the day to do it. But you can't be thinking about it that way all the time, or else you might be a little annoying.
Yeah, and you'll completely bulk out, and you won't have any flexibility, and you'll be all veins. Yeah, you'll be annoying too. Super annoying.
What color is red?
Oh, what color is red? Part of me wants to kind of like Google the frequency, like find that number. There's something something comforting about the empirical nature of the frequency,
Right, the
because
tangible
red is on that
thing.
Yeah, and it's on that spectrum too. It falls in that wavelength. What's chat saying? Nanometers, hertz.
No, don't read chat. Don't read chat. There's no chat. I stopped. This is. This is me talking into a stick, and then you also talking into a stick, and we can hear each other in each other's sticks. There's no chat. The only chat going on right now is between you and me.
There's a laser focus there. That's really grounded. I really appreciate that. And it's also just wild. Here we are. When you kind of tune out the external chatter, it's you and me here, and the sticks. Yeah,
it's you and me, Donald. Your name's not Donald. Your name's Abyss. But I just wanted someone. I just love the name Donald. Yeah. I wanted to call someone Donald.
Does it feel good? Does it feel good in your mouth? Donald, does it feel good in your mouth?
That's what she said.
Yeah, I wish.
You wish? When's the last time you had sex?
It's been a minute.
No, I respect that.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a tough year, for meeting people, in person, getting that physical connection. It's been a tough year to build physical sexual connections.
I can't even imagine how do people do that now? Because I recently came out of a longish relationship. Well, I mean, relatively speaking, almost 6 years. Is that long to you? It's long to me. And so, since that was like a relationship that was initiated in the before times, and now it's different. I feel different. The world feels different to me. And how are people doing it? How are people making those connections now?
With their penises and their vaginas.
Are they wearing masks?
No. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know.
I mean, with their penises and their vaginas and, their bodies, their skins, just kind of like always, I suppose.
A condom is a bit like a mask for the penis, which I've mentioned this before earlier on the stream. You should wear one to prevent against pregnancy and various STIs and STDs. I don't know if STIs are different from STDs or if they're interchangeable, but
one to me sounds kind of like the model of a car, like a sports car, and the other sounds like
dating apps?
No, I'm not. Should I be? Do you have a recommendation? Is there like
No, I don't think you should be at all. I think dating apps. I mean, it depends on who you are. How tall are you?
Like almost 5'8", probably 5'7", 5'8".
Nice.
I have a friend who tells me. I told my friend I was 5'7", and he said he like asserted that I was taller than that. He's like, no, you. I'm like, well, I'm definitely not 5'9". I know that somehow. So that kind of leaves 5'8" to me, right?
Yeah. I'm actually 5'6" and a half. Right? I'm 5'6" and a half.
Okay.
I used to tell people that I was 5'7". I used to bump it up. You know what I do now? I do the opposite. I tell people I'm 5'6".
Oh, you slippery gecko. I like this. It's all about setting. I mean, what does it say about
5'6", and it's who I am.
Yeah.
It's what you get.
I love it.
These are the cards that I've been dealt in life. I cannot change it.
Yeah.
I must embrace that which I cannot change.
There's a phrase for that. It's called radical acceptance. I
like that.
You're living it out in the moment.
I like that a lot.
You're open to the reality that is in front of you.
Radical
that
acceptance.
Yes. Yep. No.
I've been talking over you a lot. I'm going to let you talk for a second.
It's the internet and that little weird delay, but I don't feel talked over. I feel like this continues to be a pretty collaborative experience. I dig it.
Is your name Dan? No, your name's a boss.
No, it's Connor. No, just kidding. It's yeah, it's a boss. You nailed it.
I've totally lost all sense of time, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I've been mentally transported into my little therapy gecko world.
Oof,
and you're here too.
How sweet it is. Oh, tell me more. Tell me more about this world of yours that you're transported to.
Maybe next time, boss. I appreciate you calling in. You have a wonderful rest of the night.
You as well. Take care.
Call from
Raphael.
Raphael.
Hello. So I haven't brushed my teeth in 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah. I'm
Why
scared
4
of
months?
The toothbrush scares me.
The toothbrush scares you?
Yeah.
Is it the sharp bristles? Is it the phallic nature of the brush?
When I brushed my teeth those 4 months ago, it hurt really, really badly. And I've just been scared of it ever since.
You sound like you need to go to a dentist or a medical professional of some kind.
All right. I'll plan that.
Is there a reason you've been avoiding doing that?
Yeah, it just hurts when the toothbrush hits my thumbs.
Have you told anyone this besides a gecko guy?
No, not really.
You should tell a dentist about that. That sounds like actually a very serious issue.
Dentists are kind of scary, but I'll try.
You gotta face the fears, Raphael.
I don't know. It's scary.
What's scary about it?
You know, when they like bring out the instruments and they like pick at your mouth. Scary stuff, man. They scare the bug headlamp.
They scare the bugs out of you, you said?
The bug headlamp.
Bug's headlamp?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's just like when you get really scared and they scare the big headlamp. You know, like the big headlamp that they have above you. That's like really bright.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It hurts and they don't have like shades for you to put on.
Oh, it's too bright, you say?
Yeah. And then when they pick your mouth with all the items, it's scary, man. I don't know what I should do.
I mean, you could just bring your own shades. I mean, they're not going what's stopping you from bringing your own, right? I mean, they don't provide you with any shades, sure, but what's stopping you from bringing your own?
Last time they asked me to take it off, and that's why I haven't been back in about like 6-7 months.
Why wouldn't they? Why would you have to take it off? That doesn't make any sense. How does that obstruct what they're doing?
I don't know. They just told me I had to take it off so that they didn't interrupt when they were like working on my mouth.
Maybe they were jealous because you looked cool.
I hope so.
Go to the dentist, Raphael.
All right. I will.
Good.
All right. Well, I just hope I can overcome my fear. Also, I've been to quite a couple of dentists because the last, like, maybe 2 to 3 years ago, I caught my mom with one of my dentists.
You caught your mom with one of your dentists?
Yeah. I felt really bad. I didn't know how to tell her that I was disappointed.
Is your mom married to your dad?
No.
So she's single.
Well, yeah, but she was seeing another guy at the moment. And then I caught her with the dentist, which wasn't the guy.
Were her and the guy exclusive?
Excuse me?
Were her and the guy exclusive?
Probably.
Was it possible that your mom was just sort of dating around and seeing many different men?
I don't know, because she was taking it seriously with the original man.
Did she continue to date the original man after she slept with the dentist?
Yeah.
Do you think well, how old are you?
Me, I'm 19. Why? What happened?
Nothing happened. Did you
What do
go
you
back
mean?
to the dentist after you caught him with your mom?
No, I asked her if I could switch a dentist because I felt embarrassed every time I went.
It's understandable. Did she meet the dentist through you?
Yeah, we went to one of my appointments and they started talking and they exchanged phone numbers, and I was just, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of emotional.
How long ago was this?
About 2 to 3 years.
You should go to the dentist, Raphael.
All right, I will. I'll try to overcome my fear.
You have a good rest of the night.
You too.
Call from
Rue.
Rue.
Hello?
Hello, Rue.
Hi. That's me. Oh my gosh. Hello. Sorry. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
Don't freak out, Rue. How old are you,
Okay.
Rue?
I'm 29. I'm gonna be 30 this year.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. Holy crap, Jordan! I'm talking to the Gecko. I'm sorry, my girlfriend's like right here. Holy crap! Sorry.
Rue, listen.
Yeah.
You seem very excited, Rue. Why are are you in a mood of some kind? You seem elated.
Yeah, okay, so I discovered you from TikTok. I've been like obsessed ever since, and I've been trying to get on for like a while, and I cannot believe that I'm on. Like, I know that's silly and you're just some guy on the internet, but like, this just like made my night. Oh my gosh.
Well, Rue, look, it seems like you've been very persistently attempting to reach me, and I'd like to know, is there anything that I can help you with? Anything you've wanted to talk about?
Oh my gosh, I feel so silly. I can't quite think of anything that comes to mind. I've been trying to think, as far as like your question, I guess like it's pretty ridiculous of me to be overexcited to talk to a stranger on the internet, but hey.
Do you consider yourself in general to be a ridiculous person?
Sometimes, as you can see, I get pretty like excited over like the smallest things. It doesn't take much to like make me happy. Like, I don't know, if I'm like walking down the street and I see a dog, I'm like, yes. Like, there's a dog. Oh my god, that's great. I don't know.
It seems like you have a penchant, which is really good, to be able to, be excited by things that other people might find monotonous. You seem like you have a perception of the world that is very how do I put this? Like, you know, grateful for the little things that you see.
Yo, I've had people tell me that before. Like, that's one of the things that they like about me. Like, oh, like, I really like your energy. I like that it doesn't take much to make you happy, or that you see things that other people don't. That's like, I don't know. Aw. That's so, I'm like gushing. That's so cool that you got that from me in like, I don't know, a couple minutes I've been on the phone.
What tears
I'm
you
sorry.
down?
Huh?
What tears you down then?
Oh,
Do you
gosh.
see the bad in the world as acutely as you see the good?
So, like, I guess for me, I don't know. I feel like this is silly to say, but, like, it really breaks my heart when I find out people lie to me, or, like, when people just are going out of their way to hurt others. Like, I won't ramble too long, but I was in school, like, college. I, like, dropped out because, like, mental health and, you know, COVID happened, like, a couple months later. So, perfect timing. But I was in, like, fashion costume design school, and it was really competitive, and I hated that. I'm not a really competitive person. I don't really believe in stepping on people to get ahead in life. That's just not the kind of person I am, and it would really hurt me when I would see it in like my department, because that's just not me. I even got ridiculed for it by my peers and my teachers, like, oh, you need to like step up, you need to be more aggressive. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just not that kind of person.
Did you feel as though being aggressive is something that was required of you to succeed in this field?
Yeah, I did. And it like really bothered me.
Then I feel like, all right, if everyone is saying you have to be an asshole, you have to be aggressive to succeed in this thing, I think you then stand out if you are not that thing. Like, I think that's kind of bullshit, honestly, that someone told you that you have to be aggressive or step on other people. Because if you do the opposite of what other people are doing, I actually think you'll stand out more.
Yo.
I think people who are telling you that, they might just have gotten burned or something, right? And they, you know, if everyone... I mean, it just perpetuates the myth, right? If everyone is under this idea that you have to be an asshole to succeed, that everyone's going to keep doing it until someone comes and they break the chain and they stick to their goddamn core values, Rue.
Yeah.
I think you should keep going. But I think you got to do it. You got to do it your way, Rue. You got to do it your way.
That really resonated with me, man. Thank you. I needed to hear that. I've really doubted my talents at times, and I've even wondered if I should even go back to college or just learn on my own and start my own business or whatever, because I really want to be a
and start your own business instead of going to college. College is kind of a scam.
You're absolutely right. I agree with you, and God, yeah, you know what? Like, fuck it, man. I've been wanting to like do my dream and like do stuff and like it. Wow, yeah.
This is your sign, Rue.
Thank you.
This is your sign, Rue.
Oh man.
And when you become a person in the fashion industry, I need you to knit me a new Gecko costume, because I have this problem where, like, you know, if I want to keep doing this stream like in my own house, right? Like, it's totally all right. When I try to walk in the suit, I don't know how to explain this, but like the tips are all the tips are floppy. So when I try to walk, I end up stepping on the tips. So I need you to become a famous fashion designer person and help me out with that issue specifically.
Yeah, no problem, man. I've considered wanting to like make custom like fursuits and stuff, because like that business pays pretty decent money as a freelancer. You can get clients. So like, yo, I got you.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, Rue. I wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for just your time. You literally made my night. Like, I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely. You have a good rest of the night, Rue. Thank you.
You too. Bye.